Hello Internet, my name is a city, but that is not important. In today's video, I had the completely original idea to take 50 players, break them up into 4 groups, and assign each group an island. Each island will be tasked with creating civilizations and surviving with no guidance. Every player has 2 lives. This video took a lot of time and effort, and money, so if you enjoyed, please subscribe. Thank you to these guys who have recently been filling my pockets, and without further ado, let's get into the 4 islands, 50 players experiment. Everyone, Simon says jump. If you're not jumping, you're not living.
Shot. Right?
Yeah, okay, go. Press the buttons. Oh. With one click of a button, the event has started. Now let's take a look at this geopolitical map. Lemon Tribe had taken charge of the volcanic island, while Weasel is Live had taken charge of the jungle island. Canine Thread and Dr. Dalmatian decided to rule together on the ice island, and Gunzip took control of the desert island. He specializes in public relations.
My plan of action is to build a cool base, because this is a pretty cool volcano, and then we'll war with people, whoever we want.
I mean,
to get out. I'm interviewing him.
We're gonna try to lay.
I'm interviewing him.
We're gonna try to lay back.
Okay, wait. At the
Our
moment.
plan of action, we're just gonna try to lay back, try to get good relations with some of the clans. Ice clan's totally helpless, so we might try to knock them out. And then desert, I'm like extremely scared of.
We're doing early interviews, all right?
No, I'm too busy. I don't have a plan of action. All right, next.
I'm just getting wood right now. Right.
I have iron.
Just about now. I'm gonna go get like stone.
The economy at the ice biome and desert biome is typically based on mining, as the islands bring extreme temperatures which lead to fewer materials like trees. However, underground, the ores are plentiful. Okay, so this is what's happening. Here's Miabu. Oh, that was really. This is really. Or how's your colony's little base going on?
Okay. I feel like we definitely are the most advanced in our technology and armor.
Sure. Yeah. Your island seems to be getting along pretty well.
Me and Fakey, we just worked together to get I'm guessing the first enchantment table on the server.
Sweet. Where is that?
And if you looked in this hole.
Aha! The enchantment table.
We have a snow block that we can place here to cover
sweet.
it.
So it's hidden. Nice. So these colonists had the bright idea of starting an underground base underwater nearby the desert island, which is pretty smart in my opinion. Now, these colonists in the jungle biome were venturing up the mountain when they discovered archers.
Is it an actual archer?
Wait, what's happening? I'm at the mountain.
Archer on top of the mountain.
One detail that I didn't relay to the colonists was simply each island has a small zone that is off limits and guarded by NPCs. There is a surprise waiting for those who are brave enough to conquer. How's your base coming along?
Well, this isn't like our base. This is just kind of my workstation here.
Nice. Yeah, I like how it's kind of hidden from the rest of the island because it's underwater. Hello, Jaden. What do you have? Oh, an epic diamond hoe.
Yeah.
Dude, you're the main character. Look, no, look. You have a diamond hoe. The sun is setting in the background. How's your colony coming along?
Pretty nice. We built a little farm place in our castle.
Alright, sure. I don't know. Hey everyone, it's me from the jungle team. Today we went and we got resources, we went up to a mountain and we built this really cool base. And with a really cool sign that I think everyone on the server could agree with.
Taltrez decided to spice things up by hosting a social experiment among the 5 leaders. This is called the Share Steal Experiment. You may have seen it in a Mr. Beast video. Here's how it goes. There are 15 diamonds, and if each leader anonymously votes to share, then the leaders split the 15 diamonds among each other. If one leader votes steal, that leader gets all the diamonds, leaving the rest with nothing. But if 2 leaders vote steal, then nobody gets anything. Will the islands be greedy or work together? Well, you guessed it, greed wins. Gunzip, the desert leader, voted steal and then attempted to mislead the others. He did a pretty good job. And just like that, Day 1 was over. Things were beginning to come together. Before the this day starts, I want to give a round of applause to Taltrez, who helped put the server together and film a ton of these shots.
I think they're going good. I'm a bit worried because our organization seems to have gone down. It's just getting harder to get everyone's attention. I'm hoping we can resolve it today, but I mean, I don't know, because if anything is going to kill teams, it's going to be disorganization.
Things are going pretty good. We have like no diamonds. We're the only island with like a ton of jungle or like trees or whatever, and we have pretty much no wood.
What I'm working on right now is going to be a death trap.
We need a new representative.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah, we're talking about that.
We voted him out of laziness.
I think it should be,
Volcanic members were getting a bit frustrated at their leader Lemon Tribe, as he has not been logging on recently. Appears you guys are still trying to conquer this mountain and the archers.
I am.
It's island life.
It's very exotic and watery and sandy. Our base is very good.
Where is your base?
I don't know.
Hill was a bit hesitant to show me their base, because they kind of did something sneaky. And honestly, I gotta give it to him. I definitely would have not had thought of it. They basically built their base inside the 1 block gap between the stone and the world porter.
I kind of fell off the side, and then I realized that I could go off the edge.
Nice. And Kill, do you have anything to add?
I've been abusing corner glitches since like a year ago, so nothing new.
Volcano thread is cool, but he doesn't call what he's doing communism, so it's not perfect. It's been fun. There's already been a food problem. I have taken initiative not to sprint very often, so that's fun.
As Chicken Nuggies 32 said, the ice biome was having a bit of a crisis. Not only were they running low on food supply, but one of their leaders, Dr. Dalmatian, wasn't able to get online. Their leadership was already slightly compromised. I decided to add some insult to the injury. This button will ensue mass chaos.
Who?
Can I get an unbreaking tooth mod? Is that not smart?
Impending doom approaches.
Everybody on the server was given hunger for 15 minutes, and the only cure? Milk.
Impending doom approaches. This is funny.
do we have cows? There's just items in the corner of the...
We do have cows. We do have cows.
Where's the cows? Where are the cows? Where are the cows?
It's a mad dash for the cows.
It's day! It's day! I'm so glad we got cows.
I've gotten knocked down because I jumped
cows are
off
coming in
boardwalk.
clutch.
The islands that had readily available cows did very well during the famine. The islands without cows, however, they didn't do so well. You can see as Gizmo sadly scrambles his island for a cow.
So, how has your team taken to this new appetite you've grown?
They literally just yelled at each other for 5 minutes, found a cow, and then just kept yelling after finding a cow.
Eventually, the islands managed to pull together. Foxman and his parrots had made it through hunger.
Whee! Yeah. We're suffering. We have no food, no armor, no tools. Like constantly.
Can we beg
getting
for
down?
food?
I'm doing to the server. Wait, no, wait.
Dude, Grantachu is
Oh my
not.
god, it's Dream! It's Dweem, guys! It's Dweem!
You better revive Grantachu. Dude, revive Grantachu. No, now you're both revived.
I'm down.
Come on,
Wait,
can the 1-3 Mega Boy clutch?
No, bro, please help.
Let's go. Can you do it?
Daddy.
Yeah, I get to ride in the water slide.
Good. As you can see, I recently made my prized possession right here.
The Mia boat?
Deal.
Chat, let's see. No! I poop I cat! No, don't worry, I poop I cat. I'll save you from no! And that, my friends, is the end of day 2. You can enjoy this wonderful B-roll that Taltrez filmed for me. Also, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to subscribe, as this content takes so long to produce. Anyways, tomorrow we will see if the islands are ready for the walls to drop and for chaos to ensue. Here's the plan. I'm gonna delete the announcements channel.
Okay, well,
and everyone make funny noises. Now, the first thing I did on day 3 was make sure everyone was aware they only had 2 lives.
Teamwork. Desperately, we need it.
Storage. We need our storage system.
But nobody can agree on like anything, and we're all talking over each other, so it's a bit chaos.
Like Lemon Tribe doesn't really do anything for this place.
He kinda bad.
Like they got on, built our castle, and then left.
Weasel, are you excited for the walls to drop?
Yeah, I'm making a sub to Weasel sign, so when people come over to our island, they know what to do.
Today was supposed to be the day that I dropped the walls so people can travel to other islands, but first, I'm gonna have some fun. At the control center, I programmed a massive storm.
27.
I think that's enough warning. Players scrambled for shelter.
Okay, City, you didn't give me enough.
Mining straight.
It's brewing below Y65.
Yes.
No, you just say
Finally, oh my god.
Wait, where are you?
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Y'all watch this.
And then I told them it was safe. But I lied.
Oh, it's another storm.
We share it. Let's see.
That's enough warning.
What? Okay, I just like barely got below. I just barely got below. Oh! Wait, it didn't say we have to get below Y65.
Hey, get in the next one.
Hey guys, there's a pleasant surprise at your main village right now.
There was one player who only had 1 life left before being struck by lightning, and that was the 123 Mega Boy. You will be missed.
We've discovered how much sense our plan to go underground makes, and it's become one of our top priorities. This is going to be our announcement podium, where we make announcements.
I was at full health, literally 10 bars of health. I got smited all the way down to 1 heart. Full enchanted iron armor. Full enchanted iron got smited down to 1.
Wait, how many lives are?
Oh, dude, that was clutch. You have 1 life left, man.
I don't know. It didn't break my sign, which I'm really happy about.
We have lots of stuff going on. So today we've brought everyone here together to try and decide what to do about this situation. If we don't learn to work together, we've as good as lost.
See, Hamster shooting himself right now and shooting other people is a great example of this. This is not very good teamwork, isn't it?
Yeah, not good teamwork. No, not good teamwork. The other thing is we plan to move underground. We have a sky base that's kind of there, so that's there if we ever need to evacuate to that for whatever reason. But we're also trying to work on an underground base.
Okay. So another thing is that usually when we say we have an idea, we just do a little bit of it and then we just stop for some reason. We probably shouldn't do that. Thank you.
All ideas are good ideas. That's like leadership and stuff. So that's about it. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
Nope. We're all good.
Alrighty, cool. We're done. That's a good meeting, guys.
Goodbye.
Good teamwork.
Thank you.
And as the islands rebuilt from the storm, I dropped the borders, and players begun to explore.
Leader J.O. is head of farming. Nuggies is assistant to the head of military.
Hamster Studios 42 ventured past the desert island and to the volcano island, where he collected some wood but did not make contact with any other players. Canine Thread, the leader of the Snow faction, made his way to desert with the intention of finding the desert people's base. Here's Beaver from the jungle.
Okay, so basically, we're gonna team up with Volcano, and we're gonna knock out Ice, and then once we knock out Ice, we're gonna try to get Desert. No, we don't really like Ice. I don't know why, our leader doesn't like him, so I don't like him.
It appears that tensions are rising. I'm gonna make it more intense. While Canine Thread was trying to find the desert people's base, I had an announcement to make. In order to make potions, you needed items from the nether, like netherwort. Unfortunately, the nether was disabled, which makes nether items very high demand. I placed a chest full of nether items at 0-0. Immediately, players began to scramble. Canine Thread was on his way to 0-0 to get the chest, and right behind him, from the desert faction, was Miabu. Canine Thread, Miabu, Possums, Table, Fakey, Cloud, Beaver, everybody wanted their hands on this.
Like he's approaching with a couple dolphins in tow, and opens the chest, takes all the items, and does a 180. But there seems to be two other boats approaching in the distance. It's Miabu and someone else that's outside my red.
Oh, just too late. Oh, they're just too late.
And that, my friends, is how you get 3 other islands to hate you.
Subscribe to Weasel Jungle Best. Wow. Quite poetic, honestly.
Miabu from the desert was trying to get back home and accidentally ended up at the jungle near Weasel. The conversation that followed was pretty funny.
I just heard it was northern, but like that doesn't.
Yeah.
Is it northeastern?
This is quite the interaction, isn't it?
While some players traveled home in defeat, Beaver kept exploring. After some time, Beaver finally made his way to the main town, and they didn't exactly notice. He even made it into the main treasury before I blew his cover.
Wait, Beaver?
It's Beaver!
Yo, what up, Beaver?
They chased him out of their lands. Eventually, they captured him with a high-tech fishing rod.
No, it's not like...
They had friendly attitudes toward each other, but not for long.
No, we don't really like Ice. I don't know why, our leader doesn't like him, so I don't like him.
In the background, however, Desert was brewing a plan, and the plan was simple. Step 1. Team with the volcano island secretly. Step 2. Get the volcano island to quote-unquote team with the jungle island. Step 3. Have volcano people persuade jungle to attack the ice island. Step 4. When the jungle is finished attacking the ice island, the volcano island will betray the jungle and work together with the desert to eliminate the jungle for good and live in absolute peace and harmony. I don't know why they're kissing. I don't know what they're... Day 4 started out with a scavenger hunt. The first 5 minutes of the scavenger hunt were a little scuffed as some of the features were a little bit broken. It ended up working in the end. So Taltrez spent a lot of time designing this hunt, and it started at 0-0 with a floating sign that had a clue. The clue led you to this audio file. When this audio file was played through a spectrogram, it would give you a link. Now, when you took this link and opened it, it would spit out a ton of binary. When you converted the binary into English, it would spit out a ton of random letters. If you used the Caesar cipher, then it would spit out a ton of characters. Now, if you notice, these characters have numbers spelt in them. So if you replace the spelt out numbers with the actual numbers, and then if you took that and you put it into a base 64 translator, it spit out this link. Now, ignore all the corruption, I kind of did it wrong, but you get the point. That link will bring you to the chords of the chest with all the materials, and then you have a lot of stuff. So here's how it played out. Would this be day 3 without a leader? Whilst all of this was happening, Grantichu elected Gogizmo as Volcano's new leader. The Jungle Island figured out if you played the audio through a spectrogram, you could, read it, but the Desert team was already a step ahead. Meanwhile, the Ice team found some random building in the desert and then put the chords in chat to try to create a diversion so people would be distracted from the scavenger hunt. After about 10 minutes, the Jungle just kind of gave up, leaving only the Ice and the Desert faction to be competing.
I got it! It's binary. It's binary code.
Miabu cracked the audio file and discovered the binary. Unfortunately, she jumped the gun and tried converting the binary into base 64, which delayed them.
Years of ARGs have lived up to its moment right now.
Then, while everyone was distracted, Scary Man Hacker attacked the volcanic island with fakey mags and killed 3 members. Scary Man Hacker, why did you murder that person?
I said murder.
No! After losing his first life, Untidy only had 1 left, and he tried to escape. Grantichu and Gogizmo were also forced to flee, while Scary and Fakey continued to wreak havoc on the volcanic island. Gogizmo and Grantichu were accepted in the jungle biome as refugees. Why'd you do it?
Cause I'm goated. Cracked at Fortnite.
Yeah, no mercy, man.
Grantichu made himself home in an abandoned shack.
So basically what you had to do was you had to change the letters.
Leopold Dukes had cracked the code. The desert team silently crept to the cords and claimed their prize. But then, Canine Thread, the leader of the Ice Clan, got the word. His plan was to intercept them and steal the loot. He used dolphins to catch up with the gang. His enemies were fully geared with diamond, and he only had iron, but he was determined.
Okay, I see him!
I see him! Holy crap, he is so back!
D-Man was carrying all the loot. The stakes were so high. But after an intense chase, D-Man combat logged like a coward. Ice reinforcements showed up and they tried to box where they think D-Man logged out. But D-Man had a plan up his sleeve. He got his team member Leopold Dukes to come distract the Ice members while he fled. There was a critical error in D-Man's timing, which cost Leopold his life. But he died a hero. He also had another life, but that's beyond. Ironically enough, when D-Man did end up logging on, he spawned outside of the box, but he had to swim away. It wasn't over yet.
He's out!
I will 1v1 you. Netherite
Our
armor.
coach is lowering.
Ice had made a fatal mistake. They had left the base unattended while they were chasing D-Man. Beaver and Grantichu were on their way to the ice base. Canine could either keep pursuing D-Man or retreat back home and save his loot. But right as Beaver and Grantichu made it to the ice base, the clock struck 9 and the server shut down. Players on the server quickly took notice that every island had its own zone that was off limits. Told the players that on day 5 they could enter them, and in each zone was a chest with some loot and a ticket allowing you to revive one dead member. But enough about this, let's flash back to last night. Beaver and Grantichu were just about to raid the ice village. Beaver and Grantichu started looting the storage base, and at first nobody noticed. As the ice members logged on, they realized they had visitors. Then Beaver and Grant had no choice but to fight. They chased down member after member, and nobody stood in their way. Can't do that.
Remember,
Punished.
No! Guys, what the heck? Guys, can someone just tell me what the cores of the...
I Possums, Dr. Dalmatian, J.U., and a grieved table were killed. But there was still hope. Canine Thread had one more life. He was forced to flee. Now, it's time for the game show. Hosted by Taltrez himself, the winner will be gifted a full set of netherite armor.
I have got nothing to lose.
I was going to go do some fishing on Skyblock, but I got bored here.
Ice team killed me, so I have nothing.
So, according to Greek mythology, who's considered the goddess of agriculture? Okay, K9, you're the first who buzzed in. What do you have to say?
Demeter, something like that.
That is correct.
What?
Canine Thread has 1 point. He's cool.
Greek mythology.
In which year did America declare independence from England? K9. Oh wait, no, it was Weasel. Actually, it was Weasel.
1776.
Yes.
Let's go!
What is the day after Christmas called? Okay, Gun.
Boxing Day.
Point for Gun.
How do you know that? Weasel and Gunzip were tied neck and neck, and if Canine wanted this armor, he'd have to try a little bit harder.
I'm bringing this home to you.
But then, Jungle Team came in and swept the victory. But there was a twist. With the push of a button, the competitors fell to an underground dungeon. They were instructed to gear up. The winner of this fight would get to keep the netherite set.
Yes, guns
No!
up.
No!
I got this. I got this.
Let's go!
Die!
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
One person will get all the
Oh my
marbles.
god! And with that victory, K9 had secured his team another chance. Okay. K9, how do you feel after going from rags to riches?
I'm very nervous because I've already been I've bled.
So much adrenaline, he couldn't speak.
Our plan is to get our entire team full netherite.
K9 moved his teammates to the volcanic island in order to escape the killers. What he didn't notice is that his killers were there. Beaver accidentally gave away his location in chat, and Ice Team huddled in the forest, waiting to ambush.
We're going. Get this guy.
He's in his inventory, run! Get up.
Down. No, that's one.
I'm grabbing his stuff at the moment.
There's one in the lava. Wait, does he have... Oh, he's dead.
The Ice Team had taken a poetic dub.
How's it going?
What do you think now that your warriors of the faction are deceased?
They are.
Now, Ice Team had used their revive ticket on a grieved table. The Ice Team then regrouped underground at the volcanic island and set up a base. Meanwhile, Scary Man Hacker of the Ice Team had found the desert base. Now, the Ice Team and the Desert Team both desperately needed potions, but had no materials since the Nether was disabled, so I placed a chest in the middle of both of them. I spammed the chords in chat, and the teams moved in. K9 Thread was taking this very seriously. The clock was ticking, and any team could be there at any second. K9, however, grew closer and closer. I decided to move the chest underground to make it more difficult. And finally, K9 Thread beat the crowd, secured the chest, and boated home with the loot. Now that the Snow Team had potion items and knew the location of the desert base, they decided they were moving to the forest. Coincidentally, Weasel contacted K9 Thread and proposed something.
Place the Enderman heads. Look.
Hey, Weasel, what were you wanting to talk about?
That I could help you guys with. I want to negotiate a truce with us.
Weasel asked K9 Thread if he was willing to team up and defeat the desert. But unbeknownst to both of them, the desert was on their way. The clock was ticking, and K9 and Weasel were negotiating. 6 and P4 had made it to the jungle island, and Killsoup was already at their base. But it appears that K9 Thread was just too late.
Potting up, we're gonna go attack desert.
These mines once supplied an entire empire, and now they're empty. The desert visitors had no mercy. The server had gone through many stages, but now it was in-game. The Snow Island only had one chance to get this right. This brewing stand was their everything.
Okay. So, like, we're gonna make a trap today, calling stand trap. Also today,
K9's battle plan was to go to Desert Island, make a fake base and a falling sand trap. Then he was going to leak the cords to the desert members, wait for them to come, and fight to the death. K9 Thread went to the desert to begin building, but that's where D-Man and Jello were. K9 had no idea of this and was just trying to build his sand trap. Miabu from the desert team ventured to the volcanic island, but on the way, fell off the edge of the world. This was very preventable. Miabu still had a life to spare, so she spawned right back at the desert island, where K9 Thread was waiting. Today was the first day I allowed revives, meaning a player could give one of their lives to another. D-Man gave his life to Miabu so she could have another chance. Meanwhile, at the volcano base, they worked on their villagers and enchantments. Miabu accidentally crossed paths with K9 Thread again! And needless to say, she didn't make it out alive. Then, in an attempt to find D-Man, they just ended up stumbling upon this random guy. They decided to pursue him, but every time they'd have a little fight, he'd just combat log.
you just gotta reach!
What happened?
Fakey Max and Chicken Nuggies 32 made a ton of technological advancements, and they were pretty much ready for the fight. Today was really the final battle. With just a few members from each team, the stakes were high. Aggrieved Table 1 spent the morning preparing the Ice Team's sand trap. Desert players looted old events, trying to find an advantage. Everybody was nervous about the final fight. Today, whoever won would rule all the islands forever. Since the Desert Team wasn't making a move, the Ice Team took off. They quickly set sail and soon made landfall. They traversed the terrain where the Desert Team was waiting. Fakey Mags' plan was to lure them back to the desert island to fall in their trap, but it didn't work. Gun EXE noticed and told his men to follow the ice fighters. They wouldn't leave the island, however, so K9 had no choice but to fight the enemies on their home turf. And so, K9 Thread drew first blood. Things quickly went south for Ice as K9 had 4 enemies on him. What the enemies didn't know, however, is that K9 had taken a Strength 2 potion. Gunzip was dead and spawned back at his original base, but Ice had 3 more people to get through. Aggrieved Table 1 got left behind and lost in the rain. 6 MP4 took no hesitation and he was permanently dead. The others managed to take Itsuki by surprise, and that led to her death. Then, Fakey Mags got his revenge on 6. But they all had one more life. It wasn't over yet. K9 Thread knew his enemies were gearing up at their OG base, so he rushed home. Okay, here they go. This was it, the final battle. And that, my friends, is how the story ends. Thank you to everyone who participated in this event, and if you're interested in joining a new event just like this but with 100 players or more, all you have to do is join the Discord, link in description. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. That would be so helpful as this took so long to make. And with that being said, have a good night.